This is the GameSir Galileo G8 Plus wireless mobile gaming controller. That's right, they have done it. They have upgraded the G8 Galileo Figaro. This is it right here. I absolutely love this thing. So it's got Hall effect sensing sticks, it's got removable place like faceplate things and buttons and joystick caps as well. It's got precision tuned Hall effect analog triggers. It's got a D-pad. It's got rumble as well, mappable back paddles and laser engraved doodads on the back. And it just does so much. Anyway, let's open it. And here we go. This is what we get inside the box. So this is your manual and all that good stuff if you want to read it. If not, you can get a PDF on their website. I love the fact it comes with protections on the joysticks as well to stop them getting like bashed around or anything like that, which is cool. We've got some spare joystick caps, but you only get like one of each type, right? So you've got these just here, and these are the spares, and they are all slightly different. And I think this one's slightly longer as well. And then you've got the little nub one, which I love, and then the GameCube style one as well as the one that come on, which to be perfectly honest are amazing. So I've not been bothering like swapping them over because these are just so nice. I really like these. That's all that you get in the box though. So yeah, this is the G8 Plus, and yes, it is still a super duper whooper like freaking extendable thing. You've got some back paddles on the back just here. You've got the GameSir logo. You've got your analog Hall effect analog triggers just there. You've got your bumpers. You've got your Hall effect joysticks, which are so buttery smooth. They really are though, seriously. Like, I don't know how they've done it without including metal anti-friction rings around the stems of the joysticks, but you've got the anti-friction rings around the joysticks, and then whatever the plastic is that's made out of these just feels amazing. Like, it feels so nice. You've got your clicky D-pad style as well. You have your minus button, your plus button, you've got a screenshot button, you've got a macro button, you've also got the GameSir button as well. You've got your face buttons and of course the joysticks. And if you want to change them, you can pop the face plates off, which is amazing. You can whip this up like so, change it over for a different one if you want to, and away you go. Like, it's really cool that you can just grab these, swap them over, and be done with it. But that's not all, because you can actually change the face buttons as well, because yes, this works with Switch as well as pretty much anything else as well, right? So you can just grab the face buttons and just pull them up like so, and they are magnetic and they're all the same size, so you could just swap them around. So if you want a Switch layout, make it a Switch layout. If you want to just randomly make it up yourself, then you could do if you want to, or you can make it an Xbox layout like it comes out of the box, right? So you can do it like that. I love that. This side also comes off so that you can change the joystick on that. If you just pull the joystick up though, you will just remove all of it. So that's one way of getting it off if you're struggling to like pull it up. So there is another thing as well. This bit you can like peel off. Now it is actually like glued down. I thought it would be easier, so I've not bothered taking it off. But if you've got like a massive camera bump, you can just rip that off and then it will like reveal like a couple of millimeters more. You've got your sync button on the bottom as well, and your USB-C charging port. But of course we've got this beautiful rubbery grip, just like the previous G8, which I'm a big fan of. This one as well, because there's no USB-C to plug it in, it's just Bluetooth, right? You can get your phone in there really easily. So you just grab your phone, pop that bit in like so, and then slide it up. And I've got a big old case on my Google 8 Pixel Pro just here, and it fits in there lovely, not a problem. Obviously they've designed this to be working with Switch as well, so it's gonna be like pretty good with a case on, which was I think a complaint of the previous G8. I'm pretty sure it went in with a USB-C, and that was a bit of a niggle for me because I had to take the case off. I don't have to do that now. Once it's in, you can pair it up. You know, you can look in the manual to see the pairing modes, but there's a bunch of different pairing modes. Basically, you hold the little circly screenshot button down there and then one of the face buttons to enter a different pairing mode. So I've already connected it to my phone just here, and then the GameSir app opens, so you can click on that. You can go to gamepad test, and I can do all this, and it shows up on the sides there and on the buttons and all that good stuff, which is awesome. You can then go to joystick settings and you can change the dead zones, you can change the default ranges and all that. It's crazy. Like, it's really good. I like the app a lot. It's nice and simple, easy to get your head around. And then you've got this as well. You can do like quick trigger as well, where it just goes to 100% like a digital input instead of an analog one if you so wish. Like, very cool. Really like that. Like you've got the manual on there as well. You can update the firmware as well. So mine's already updated. But yeah, so you can do pretty much everything you want on the app, which is awesome. So as a phone controller goes, this is amazing. Absolutely love it. Everything I said about the original G8 pretty much stands with this too. But the one thing, and I think GameSir listened to me because I asked, you know, so you can thank me for this. I said, why don't you make one of these that work with a Nintendo Switch? I was like, you're missing out, right? And lo and behold, the G8 Plus comes, I almost dropped it, and it works with the Nintendo Switch. Mind blown. So we're gonna get our Switch and I'm gonna pop it in, switch it up like so. And with the controller off, what you do to get it into Switch mode is screenshot button and Y, it will go red and start flashing, all that good stuff. Then you press the triggers like that and it will sign into it. So now I'm putting the Switch in like so, just like you would with a phone. And now we are in Metroid Prime Remastered. And this is freaking sweet. Like this is so good. All effect sticks, so no drift, lower dead zones. Amazing analog triggers, but you can of course turn that off so to make them digitals, but you know it really doesn't matter. The Switch still just receives it as a digital input from an analog trigger. But this is so cool. Like the ergonomics of this thing are perfect because it's so angled like this instead of the Joy-Cons, which are just straight up and down, right? Look at the horns that come off the G8 Plus just there. It's like kicked out like this, and that makes this whole thing super comfortable to hold. Like getting down to this right stick is really easy to do. This stick just here, perfect. Like it's just an awesome attachment. Like, and it really cool. Like I think it looks really cool. Like it's a real different look for the Nintendo Switch compared to any other Joy-Cons that I've tried, because it's not a Joy-Con, is it? It's a big phone grip that supports the Switch. But this is so good. So there's some things we can do with this like on the fly. Let me roll through it. So all we do to get the digital input mode for the triggers just here is press M and then hold down the triggers, right? And then that's gonna like flash. And now when I press it, do you see how that's changing color? So that is saying we're in digital input mode. So it's just gonna go immediately to 100%, which is awesome. But you don't really need to use that, but you can do if you want on the Switch. It will still just read it as a digital input anyway. And then when you return it back, it just stays red going, yep, now we're in analog mode. We can adjust the vibration by pressing M and down, and it will go all the way down to 0. And then you've got 3 levels. You've got 25, you've got 50, and 75, and then 100%. So that's 4 levels, Andy. Learn to count. And the rumble is actually really good. If I charge up Samus's cannon, it's a nice, heavy, low rumble. I really like that. It's not horrible and tinny. It's a really nice premium feeling rumble. No, it's not HD rumble, but just as rumble goes, it's actually decent. So we do have turbo on this as well. So if I press M and let's say B just here, or it's actually A with the Nintendo layout, you can see now when I press and hold it, Samus isn't charging up her cannon, and this is blinking, right? Because it's on turbo mode and it's got different rates of fire, and that's indicated by how fast this is blinking. Probably won't show on camera because of the shutter speed I've set my camera to, right? But if I press M and B again, for me, that's now blinking even faster. So it would be inputting much quicker. M and B again, that's meant to be A, but you know what I mean. And then that's blinking so crazily quick, but for you, it might be looking slow. And then M and then that button again, and now it's cancelled it, right? So no more turbo. And you can turbo on pretty much anything. That's awesome, but you can't turbo the back paddles. Now with the back paddles, what you got to do is press M and the back paddle and hold it, and then it's going to change color. I'm going to assign that, right? So I've assigned A for the Switch. I know it says B, stop, just leave me alone. So now I've reassigned A or B, whatever you want to call it, onto this back paddle, right? And I can tap it and it's going to fire. If I press and hold, Samus is still going to charge up her cannon, so it's got true button swap. And to cancel that, I can either press and hold M, or I can press and hold with that back paddle until that blinks, and then press it one more time, and now it's, you know, disconnected. Or you can even do a button mapping, right? So I'm going to press M and that back paddle until it flashes. I'm going to jump around, going to shoot a bunch of times, and it can do so many inputs before it records it. Now moving the joysticks registers as a lot of different inputs, you know, so I think it's got something like 16 input macro, but obviously that takes up a lot of recording space, so that's why it's only done like this much, right? But if I press M and hold that back paddle again and record another one, I could do like move around and then do this kind of thing, right? And then press it, and then Samus is just going to do it for me, so I'm cheating. But you can't assign turbo to your macro, so that's one thing to know. But that's pretty much it. There's some other features as well, depending on if you're on Android and stuff like that, but they're in the manual. You can basically just change the volume of your phone with a couple of inputs. Really like it. It's a really, really good controller. Oh, and I forgot to show you this. In Switch mode, this is home, which is epic. You know, I love that. And you can press and hold it, and I've just put it into sleep, but whatever. And I've pressed and hold it again, and now it's woken up. So yes, it does have wake from sleep as well. This is amazing. Like, this is absolutely amazing. This is exactly what I wanted from GameSir, something that would work with the Nintendo Switch. I still think they should make a dedicated Switch-only option that just works with the Switch, but this does it, right? And this does everything. So if you bought this, you don't need anything else. You can stream Xbox Game Pass on your mobile phone. You can stream whatever. You can stream Steam Play or your PS5 remotely, all that good stuff. And you can use it on your Nintendo Switch. This is like a one and done phone controller, especially if you want to use Switch, because it's so ergonomic, it works so well, the specs are so good. I just love this thing. This is brilliant. I'm so glad GameSir made the G8 Plus. Oh, and I forgot to say, it comes in at £64 here in the UK. That's pretty steep. It's cheaper than a set of official Joy-Cons. And of course, you'll be able to use this across multiple devices. I think it's great. I really like what they've done here. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments whilst you're down there. Like this video, subscribe, become a member and support the channel. And you can see these videos early, and you can join our private Discord as well, and you can talk to me and AJ. And talking about AJ, check out our podcast over here where you can see videos of us talking. Bye.